Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. We are on December 8th, working on the December prompts using Henzl and 49 Dragonflies prompt list and have joined dephemerember. I think I can say it now. It's just a lot of ember, that kind of thing. Okay, so welcome. I hope you are doing well. I hope that this video is finding you happy and ready to just relax and join with me for a little while. Those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I'm sure happy to have you with us. I'm just me. I don't know all the bells and whistles on videoing and that kind of thing. And that's okay. But I love people and I love creating. And so I have found a wonderful community in the junk journaling arena. Okay, so let's get to it. I started this on my own because I didn't know exactly how it was going to turn out. And then I thought, okay, well, I'm confident enough now that I will let you see the rest of what I'm doing. So the prompt for today, Snow Woman and Paper Doily. Well, Snow Woman. Okay. So I looked through a lot of images and whatnot, and I saw some women, snow women, I'm assuming, but they were in as a couple with snowmen. Excuse me. And I decided, well, I want to make mine. I'm going to just try to paint one. And so what I did was took a piece of scrap paper, paper, and I used let me show you. What did I use? The one I think is already in here. The one I used, like little sponge. Just a sec, let me get it out of my water. This is what I created the snowman body from. I used this and used white paint and just dabbed, to get it nice and painty. And then I just started making a circle, and then I made a little smaller circle on top of that. And then I did in the sides just kind of to create snow. So that's what I did. And then she said, I just outlined with a pencil, and you can, if you're uncomfortable with drawing on your own, bring up on Pinterest or whatever, get yourself a picture to look at, and then just kind of do this. Or if that doesn't work for you, then just see if you can find an image. Try to define the video very loosely. Snow Woman, well, maybe that's a person that's dressed up beautifully in snow gear, and she's being a snow woman. I don't know, but that's why this is also interesting. The challenge is just kind of different. Okay, so this is where I'm going. Obviously, my little girl, she's dressed in pink. Hello. That's because I'm doing the pink ephemera for this particular Christmas journal that I'm working on. But I have to also tell you guys, I'm not locked into pink by any means. My house is decorated in traditional, and I love it. And I actually just really enjoy a lot of different things. Okay, now I'm just kind of adding a little bit of, making that pink so it kind of matches a little bit more. And I don't paint. I mean, I used to do a little bit of toll painting, but that's been, you know, a week or so. No, that's been a long, long time. So I don't want to make her a carrot nose because I don't think for her that she would consider that very attractive. And I want her to feel beautiful and loved. So let's just, as I'm doing my light show over here, I am getting out my licorice. So let's just do a dab of that. And we're going to paint her eyes. And this is tricky. I just want you to know. Painting the eyes is tricky for me. So I'm going to get and just put some, you know, just kind of some cute little, I don't know what's. But we will just give her 2 little eyes. That's not very. Okay. As you can see, Ronda is not a painter. And let's just give her a cute little nose. She's okay with a cute little nose. And let's see. And then her smile, I think it needs to be pink or red. And I've got my paints sitting in a little tray right here next to me. And this little tray does not roll like it's supposed to. It's really irritating. I have a better one. I actually should switch out because the one I hardly ever use, and this one I use all the time because I'm rolling it to do something with the paints, and then I'm rolling it back, and it's always, the wheels don't want to turn nicely. The one I ordered online, and it works beautifully. The one I bought in, I think it, you know, no offense to Staples, but I think, well, no, maybe it was Office Max. I don't know. Anyway, I bought it in a store. It was on sale. And it looked like, oh, this will be great. It came in a box. Hubby put it together for me. And it doesn't roll well at all. So, there you go. I know you wanted to know that, right? You just needed that in your day. Oh, golly. Ronda, Ronda, Ronda. Okay, so here we go. We're giving her some kind of smile. I don't know. You poor little darling. Okay. Well, this is not my forte. It really isn't. What I should have done, what would have been the wise thing to do, would have been to say, and now to have you with me while I'm dabbing, putting the snowman on, and then saying, and now I will go and finish out and put my face on and all of that good stuff, and I'll be back. Then you wouldn't have been able to see how pitiful yeah. Okay, so the thing that's going to be really cute is I've got to give her cheeks. Oh, I don't know if I can handle that mouth. That's just like, that's terrible. Okay. So I am going to turn the video off so I can dry the black and scrape off the red. We got to try again, and I think just a fine pen or something, because that's like, she's just all mouth, right? Okay, I will be back. Oh, goodness. Well, I started taking it off, and then it started to get to the other, and so I just ended up taking it all off. So she has, right now, no face. Poor thing. What should we name her? Oh, little sweetheart. So now for just a minute here, I'm just gonna do some little doohinkies in the scarf. And like I said, I haven't done this for years, and I was never good at it, and you can still see that I'm not good at it, but that's okay. The whole idea of this, my friends, is we're just trying different things. You know, we're just having fun. And I am having fun. I really didn't think that I would, and I don't like to follow people's prompts. That is true. Like I said in my podcast, it wasn't mine, but Barbara was so gracious to allow me to be on with she and Louisa. They're such darling girls. Okay, so we just, yada yada. Now, let's see. Let's just do a little bit of puffing out of the little pom-pom. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I don't know, my friends, but I'm not afraid to try, It's just, it's a little funky, but we're having fun. Okay, now let's see if we can do a little bit better on this other thing. So what I want to do is I want to give her some color, but I don't want it to be like screaming at us, which, that may appear to be how it's going. Let's tone it down a little. Okay. And I do have a new set of paints. They're in small tubes, and they're a little more, I don't know. I just need to get them in and do something with them. Okay, so what I want to do is combine a little bit of the pink with the flesh. Well, this isn't exactly flesh. What is this? Rivera tan. And mine are old, so I don't know if you would even get those colors anymore. So what I want to see if I can do is just dab with my finger and with my finger. Oops. And I think that can maybe work. Yeah. Darn it. Let's see if we can just get that a little more defined. And that's coming down, isn't it? All right, now we need to, this just really stinks. This really stinks, you guys. Because I'm trying to be so careful. And it's just not. So let's just get a little more white in there. Oh. Well, you can see why in my videos that you don't see me do this. You don't see me do this much. And if this is driving you nuts, I totally understand if you want to just fast forward. Because I kind of want to just fast forward. But I'm trying to get a little cheek going here. Oh, phew. I'm calling that good. I'm saying those are the most fabulous cheeks I've ever seen. Oh, mercy. Goodness gracious. Okay, so now we need some eyes. We really need some eyes. And I think this time what we're going to do is we're going to find the tip of a paintbrush that's smallish, and let's see, let's just dab and see how that works. All right, let's just do it this way. Okay, that's good. And then for the line, I'm going to get out this. This is actually for fabric, but let's see if it'll work. All right. Yeah, I like it better, but that pen isn't exactly doing what I want it to do, so let me see if I can find another pen that might do a little better job. Let's see how that works. This seems to be much more difficult than it should be. Much more difficult. But this shows you guys, you know, it's okay. You make some mistakes, that's okay. And I'll just, their nose is just going to be little. Okay, so now, and I don't even know what I'm going to do yet, but we do have a snow. We do have snow. So, well, I do know one thing that I am going to do. So we are going to put a little more of this, and we're going to mix it up a little bit with some water. We'll just thin that down. And we're going to make some snowflakes. Simple. You know, just like that. And this is just, I think it's turning out pretty cute for a very inexperienced homemade jobber. And oh my goodness, Barbara Luise, which one of you girlfriends did this Snow Woman? You're killing me. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's good. It's fun. It's fun to do something that you're, well, that's the whole idea of a challenge, right? Is to take something and make it work, even though it's not in your normal, everyday, something that you would do. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to finish making snowflakes. I'm going to finish dotting this, and I'm going to grab some doilies so that we can pick, you know, that kind of thing, and then kind of decide where we're going to go from there and what I can turn this into. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, here we are, ready to continue on. I'm good with my Snow Woman. You know, I like her. She's definitely not perfect, so she's like me, warm and fuzzy. Okay, so I pulled out some doilies that I have. I've got more in different places, but I thought I could find something in here. Now, here's a pink one. Here's one that I had started to paint or do something with. I'm not sure on some of these, but let me explain a little bit about this. As I am working on this Christmas journal, these are sandwich bags that I have washi taped together. And so this is going to be a 4-page spread. And I thought, well, maybe I can incorporate this. I had already done this. I think it was before I started doing all the dephemerember videos. And I've just kind of left it. But this can work really nicely, I think, with this. So what this is, let's see, do I have the rest of it to show you? But it is from a handkerchief. And I have cut around the edges. I can't see anything right at the moment. So the handkerchief was done this way, all the way around, and I positioned it on my page and then my sack, and this is two layers thick. And usually what happens when I do pages this way is I'll end up doing another, for the inside, I'll have a different 2 sandwich bags, and I'll decorate the inside of those, stitching or whatever. And then I put the 2 bags together so that you don't see the stitching. And obviously when I'm stitching through, my page gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Did that make sense? Okay, so I trimmed it and stitched on. And now I'm thinking this might be kind of cute to put this here and maybe just trim it up a little bit. So let's do that. And on this one, I think we'll try for not having a lot of the excess showing, which is harder for me to rip this way because it goes against my natural. Oh yeah, this is easier. I'll do it wrong side because I am left-handed, and for some reason ripping that other way is like, ooh, it's very difficult to do. Okay, so we'll just rip off the bottom here. Oh, much easier. Well, what a brilliant idea, Rhonda. Oh, goodness. I hope that you are enjoying working on your projects, whatever it might be. I know some of you have messaged me and said that you are also doing the dephemerember. Let's see, I think right about here for this one. And I think that's fabulous. I would love to see what you're doing. If you'll put, tag me or put the dephemerember hashtag. I can use that for something, I'm sure. Okay. Oh, I did it a little too far, didn't I? To have it to come in like this. Okay, that's okay. We work with that. Let's now do around this so that all these edges will be torn, and we'll just figure this out, guys. We'll do something. And I'm worried because of the painting that I did in a very loose painting. Oh, yeah. Not so much, I know. Let's see what we can do to bring in a background. I kind of like, now here I have this fun tissue paper, and it's all Christmas. A carol of the holly, Christmas chimes, the flowers of the field. Anyway, it's collaged Christmas music, and let's see if that would be kind of fun as a background. And to do that, what I want to do, I think, is we'll just start and make this a bit smaller and have this so that it fits over, so it does what I was kind of hoping that the other thing would do. Okay, so let's go here. I've got a little fold going on there to kind of help me. And as it happens, it's kind of along these lines. So I'm just going to rip this. This is awkward. I love the scrunch though, right? Okay, so I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge there. Bring this down to see where we want to, maybe about right in there. Okay. Whew. Now we'll kind of fold that up and set that aside. And then let's see what we need to do here. Okay, that's going to be cool. Just the bare minimum. Just the bare minimum there, huh? Okay, all right. And then we have to incorporate the doily somehow. Ugh. These girls. Barbara Luise, you girls, coming up with all these delicious, fun. I still want to know which one of you had the idea to do Snow Woman. At first I thought, oh, I wrote that down wrong. And I went back and looked at it and I'm like, those boogers, they did. That's what they did. Okay, so I think let's go ahead and ink around here. And obviously it is very fragile. Well, kind of fragile, but I'm certainly not going to try to ink around the edge with holding the paper up in the air. it's not got that kind of stability. So we'll just kind of, we'll cheat. If this is cheating, we'll cheat. I'm okay with that. All right. Now let's just see what we need to do here. Okay, so we'll glue that down. And then, maybe. You know, I could also rip around and she could be much smaller. Let's see, paper doily, paper doily. Okay. Now what I could do, I know this is girly, I know this is pink, this is girly, but, you know, this is what the journal is, and I know not everybody is into this color, and I certainly can appreciate that. That is not a problem, but, but that's how I started this one, and so I want to finish it out, and I have heard from some of you that you're kind of liking that, so that's fun. All right, trying to peek at some of these other digitals and see what we could, if we wanted to do something that's just cute, but it's very plain. This is cute, but it's, yeah. Let earth receive her king. Let him and saints and angels sing. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to shut this down. I got to think. And I don't want to spend half an hour with just thinking on tape. Oftentimes it does take that amount of time or even more before I come up with the final what I want to do. But but for you, it just continues on. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I have been trying to figure out what to do, and I have come up with a few things that I think I'm going to enjoy. All right, I do want to get this done now and get this video up and going. So I think what I'm going to do, this is what I've sort of been playing while I was off screen with you. Let's see, there's more than one doily there. We want to just use the one, so we save as much of the rest as we can. Now I went ahead and I glued down my Christmas tissue paper, and I also sprinkled with a toothbrush and skinny white paint, thinned white paint. I sprinkled and made snow on the doily here, and also added some more snow, some finer, to our little Snow Woman. Snow Woman. All right. I've got, this is cheesecloth that's been coffee dyed. And I like to use it in many of my projects. It's very thin. It's got kind of an ethereal effect that I like. And so I'm just kind of like, all right, let's just see if we can make this work. Put this down, bring this down so you can see some of this, but not all of it. And then we have this that I can put on here. And this is a piece of chenille bedspread. Here's the fringe on the bedspread, and I cut just to strip off. And I just kind of feathered it a little bit. Oh, that's good. Yeah, let's just do that. Pull those little guys out. So it gives it a little more interest. And I'm planning on putting that here. And here I just pulled these little threads out. Period. Come on, come on. Now that I did that. So you've got these to work with too if you want. Anyway, that's just kind of a fun. And I love the look and feel of this too. So this is my plan, guys, to do this, and then I may finish up with some ribbon, something, I don't know. But let's go ahead. I want to just do it, so let's just get her done. Gonna bring this over here. First of all, let's see. I guess I want this on first. So we'll go ahead and glue that. And for this, because it's not too terribly heavy, I'm going to go ahead. I feel confident that I can just use my glue stick. I very often in my projects, I use 3 different glues. They are a glue stick, art glitter glue, and Fabri-Tac. Those are the 3 go-tos. And I use Elmer's all-purpose, not the school glue, but all-purpose glue, which is a stronger glue. And to use a glue stick, you definitely have to give it a good covering. Okay. So next was going to be this and this, and I want this white doily to cover this little ending right here. So, okay, I guess we'll go ahead here and we'll grab out, use the art glitter glue. It's a little tricky sometimes with doilies, and actually I could have used my spray glue. That would have covered that nicely. And then this would all, you know, I wouldn't have to be doing this individual stuff. And I could use my glue stick, but I might have a tendency to tear some of the doily, and because I'm maybe not quite feeling as confident in my skills on that, I decided, you know, not to do that. So hopefully you've been working on something with me, or you've been relaxing, having a cup of tea or chocolate or whatever it is that floats your boat. Woo! Alrighty. So this one, I want to cover that. Let's bring this in here before we position it. Okay, I think that will be good. So we will just set that down. And this is kind of fun because here I've got 2 different doily patterns, which is kind of just a fun little twist on that as well. Okay, this one is a little less lacy, and so I think I'm going to try using the glue stick on it. It may not turn out really well. We'll see. So we'll just, the center obviously is not an issue, but we're just trying to get her done. I know I keep trying to have these videos be a reasonable amount of time, you guys. I'm really... But it takes me a while. It just takes me a while. Oh, my wordy! Look at all that glue. Ah! That is not pleasant for me. Okay, now what I think we better do... I'm gonna get that... Let's see, just... couple of spots where it looks like it went through a little bit more than what I wanted it to. And then we'll go ahead and lie this down, and then we'll clean it up. I don't usually use a ton of glue and that kind of thing. That's just, I don't like it. This is... And I don't think I told you this, shared this with you, but I said this was a handkerchief. Well, underneath it, this is part of a napkin, a cloth napkin that I bought a set of some time ago. And I have been using, let's see. So I put that down first. Okay. Oh, get that off. Oh, get it off. All right. Okay. So let's just keep moving on. I think we're getting there. We're almost done, guys. So here's my cheesecloth. Now this I feel confident being able to put just kind of a circle here. I don't feel like it all needs to be down and tight. I don't want to have that, you know, that kind of a look. I want it to be a little more patterned. So then we have our little snow woman. Looking good, girlfriend. What is your name, beautiful? She's like, I don't know, but whoever made me forgot my arms. My nose itches and I can't scratch it. I'm like, so sorry. It is what it is. Your creator hasn't painted in like a really long time. Okay. So moving on, I'm really liking this, you guys. I know it's a lot of steps, but once you figure out, you know, it's just a matter of layering, just putting a few layers here and there, a lot of layers here and there, whatever it is that you like to do. You don't like pink, you don't like green, that's fine, do traditional, do red. You don't want to do Christmas, that's fine. Do whatever you want to do. You make it yours. There's nobody here telling you the way it has to be. Except you. You. You do you. Okay, so, and I'm loving this because number one, let's turn this over. I love chenille. I love chenille bedspreads. And I grew up with some. I can remember Mom and Dad had I think they had a pink one at one time in their bedroom. Okay. Okay. I'm loving this. Now, I may, when this camera is turned off, I may add something more down here. I do have some of this tiny little rickrack, and I may put a little bit of this on here, and maybe intersperse it like so. Isn't that cool? So I'm not a minimalist. If you're just finding that out now, hello. I just love layers. I love putting layers on top of layers, and then when I feel it's done, it'll talk to me. It'll say it's done. It's not completely done yet, but because this video is going way, way over, so what I'll try to do is in video day number 8, tomorrow, I will show you my finished day number 8. We'll try to do it that way and see if that'll work. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I have had so much fun creating here with you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well. I love you guys. Until next video, please, please, please have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.